Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. And today we're going to talk about what has been happening and why I think this is a fake out. By the way, if you're watching this, please like, please comment. And I know one person is liking this, so please subscribe. And if you like this content enough, or if you have any suggestions for me, comment, please. I'm asking you. I need the motivation. I started losing yesterday and I was like, oh boy, I got to stop this, but I'm going to keep powering through. Please give me the support I need. Now, I think this is a fake out. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And the reason I don't think it's going to go anywhere is because if we start measuring things here, is this the measure tool? Let's see. Date range, perfect. So if we go from, we've seen this a bunch of times. You can look at it from here to here if you want. That's about 23 days. And if we look at it again, we can look at it from, let's say, the bottommost candle to here. That's about 10 days, right? And if we go again, we can look at it from here. This is the bottommost candle. We can see how long it takes to get popped. I mean, I'm really playing around here, but let's say it's somewhere in between, right? Like maybe a 15 days or something. I think this trend line is going to hold. This blue line is definitely going to hold, and I think it's going to be troublesome for us. So I would not be buying right now. I think this is a fake out. Either it's going to go up and hit this, or it's just going to go sideways here, go up and down, just chop until we hit this line, and then go down further. And we're probably going to hit this point here, this support line, and that's where we're going to bounce from, like a heavy bounce at this happy face. Because we're at this happy face. Potentially, and if things get really bearish, we're going to go down to here. But I'm not so certain about this, but I feel like we're going to head here. Either way, this is on YouTube, and we can check back and see how this prediction went about. But we can also check price range here and see, like, if we went from the bottommost candle to the top, right, the topmost candle, that's about a 25% increase, right? I can see a lot of fake outs happening here. And if we went from the bottommost candle to the topmost, let's say this is about 12, and we can say right now that I think we're already at like about 15. Let me do this properly. If we went down from right here all the way to where we are, the topmost, we're at about 15. But you can imagine this going sideways, or even going, like, sure, you want to go up 23%. There's 23%, right? There's 23%. And so we just have like a big spike that goes up and then comes back down. I wouldn't trust this. I don't trust it. And another reason this is kind of funny, and I'm trolling a little bit, but I think it's true as well, is, where is this? Jim Cramer has said that now might be a good time to buy Bitcoin. Whenever this man says to do something, you want to do the opposite. It's so funny, but you want to do the opposite. His data is not tight. Like look at this chart. Like, this makes no, I mean, like, it's not complete, right? Okay, there's a 55.89% drawdown, great, over 50 days, great. And we touched this bottom here, but we went down further, right? We went down further. If you remember, this was the bottom here, right? This is where we ended up. I mean, yes, this is true. There's a wick, but we ended up down here. And he's pulling the same thing. And so this goes down even further, right? It's further down than where we are right now. I would not rely on this man. Well, maybe he might be right. I'm not sure, but I doubt it. I'm not. Whenever this man says to do something, I tend to do the opposite, and I get better off. So I would not follow his instruction. And you probably shouldn't. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so of course you don't want to use this as any kind of reasoning to make your decisions. But looking at this chart, I'm convinced that we're not going to break past this line until we hit some major support and then bounce from it. This is some shaky territory, and today starts the meeting, and tomorrow we get announcement on what the actual situation is with the inflation rate. I can see if inflation is kept low or it's pretty dovish news that we maybe make a little bit of a pump, but until we break past this trend line coming down, I'm not too convinced. We're in bearish territory. We're below the bull market support band. I don't see this thing pan out very much. This is my current opinion. Let's see what happens. Ether is struggling. We've gone down to like 2150. Probably would have been a pretty fun buy to profit from there. But I'm not going to be buying any more ETH. So today was my last day of purchasing ETH. And here forward, we're at 14 transactions, so $14,000. Here for tomorrow forward, I'm going to be putting in Bitcoin. And the reason I'm going to be putting in Bitcoin is Bitcoin outperforms everything when it's on downtrend. So because there's going to be a bounce at some point, and that bounce, and I think it's going to be a while too. By the way, like I don't think it's going to be a quick bounce. I think we're going to go sideways for a long time, maybe go up a little bit and then come back down. All this sort of stuff. We have a long way to go. But ETH doesn't perform well. It's Bitcoin that does the big pumping, followed by everything else. So I'm going to start buying Bitcoin. But we're at 14,000, but we only have 11,800, so we're down about $2,200. We've seen some positive sentiment, obviously, but not very much. We're down about 20%. LOL. Not the end of the world, but there we go. And that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. Daily DCA has been done. I'm going to leave the link to this in the bio. Please review it, take a look, and follow along with me. We're at about 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks of running this thing. Live Bitcoin chart. I'm not going to show you anything here. And I found this funny. McDonald's is kind of like trolling along with the trolls. I thought this was a fun little chart. And I do think we're going down, right to meet this head and shoulder, or this pattern here. This is the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. How are you people in McDonald's chiming in? I thought this was hilarious by Binance. Look, this is how everybody actually feels. We're putting a happy face in, but And should I quit my job and start a burger joint? LOL. Yeah, some funny stuff. But you guys have a wonderful day, and let me know if you like the short form version better than what we've been doing. Aside from that, see you guys.